Craig, over here we've got your ground covers,
Right.
all kinds of different mulches in different colors. You've got some colored stone that makes a good ground cover in a flower bed or something like that. And of course, mulches are good anywhere you need to use those as well. Tell us about your ground cover selection.
Sure, Carl. These, you've got different types, of course. A lot of folks like different colors. You know, everybody's got a different decor that they're trying to present and different surroundings that they're working with. And we have the stones as well as the river gravels. This particular one over here is our substitute for lava rock that we used to carry for many years, but we couldn't get it anymore. So it's a red rock, and it's a great rock because it doesn't break down. So it's kind of a permanent ground cover, you might say. You have to kind of freshen it up a little bit from time to time. But now your other mulches, like over here, we've got the pine bark, where those serve several purposes. Not only does it retard the weed growth, but it helps retain moisture. And for example, with the pine, say you've got a lot of azaleas, they're acid loving. So we have the acidic soil comes with that. So as that mulch breaks down, yes, you got to replace it to get your color back, but it's also going to build some of the soil. So for certain things. So we can help you with that and show you what you can use where. And over here we have the hardwood mulches, which are different colors. We have the red and we carry the black. Those are two of the most popular that we have.
You know, one of the things about the mulches that you guys sell, it's clean.
Yeah.
You make sure that it's clean, and that I'm not going to come back after 3 weeks after I put my mulch down and it's going to be full of weeds because I got bad mulch. You guys are very particular about your mulches.
Yes, and we move a lot of it, so we keep fresh mulch at all times. And if something were to get old, there's never any waste here, because we actually, if we're fixing to go down here and look at it, we actually make or amend soil here. So we make multiple types of soil, whether you're needing a soil for the garden or you're needing a soil for flower beds. We make custom soils for you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And well, what are the delivery options on this? If I go to a big box store, it's going to come in like a 50-pound bag or something like that. It's going to have been sitting out in the rain, it's wet, and it's probably already got something growing inside it, or moldy when you open it up. This, you guys keep it turned, you keep it fresh, but what are my delivery options on this? I bring a pickup truck and you can dump it in the pickup truck with your loader. You can put it in a super sack, you can put it in smaller sacks, or you can deliver it in a dump truck yourself. Right?
That's exactly right. And whatever you need, or if you want to come out here and bring your own container, we have folks that bring their cars out here, and they bring their own wash tubs or whatever they have, plastic containers, and they'll just fill it up. So remember, it's a little or a lot here at Miller's.
That's right. That's right. And you've got the weigh station there, so you sell by weight. And so even if you bring your truck and just get a loader, a bucket full, you just go across the scales and you can figure out how much they've bought and charge it that way.
Exactly. You only pay for what you get. So that's the nice thing here at Miller. So you just bring what you want to put it in, and we can help you with that. So we even help you bag it up if you need it.
Yeah.
So like if you don't have anybody to help you, some of the ladies at times, they're not wearing the appropriate clothes and they come out here, we'll help you. We'll put it in the bag for you. So, we want you to be successful no matter what project you're doing, whether it's ground cover, whether it's soil, whether it's hardscapes. We want to help you be successful.
Yeah, and while we walk out, I like to think of it as being a problem solver.
Yes.
You guys, the customer comes to you with something they don't know how to do, and you solve the problem for them, whether it's figuring out exactly which type of super soil they need, or what kind of insecticide or fertilizer they may need, or something like that. You can help them out and solve problems for them.
Exactly. And a lot of times we'll ask you to go back and bring us a sample of the soil you're trying to grow in, and at that point we can help you make sure your pH is balanced and what you need, exactly what you said, because it's so important. And we have here, as you can see, we've got different types of soil. we've got anything from, for example, you want to plant a flower bed. We've got soils that are amended where you can plant your flower beds. We have soils if you want to put sod out. We have soils that you can place your sod over. So we get you what you need. So you just let us know what you're trying to accomplish, what you want to do, and we'll help you do it, and we'll give you the right product as well. And let's say you say, I want something a little different, Mr. Miller. I would like to have something that has more sand in it. We can custom mix you something as well. So that we give you a lot of options here.
So tell us about the super soil and the amended soil. What's in some of this stuff? What are some of the, without giving away proprietary secrets, what are some of the things that you use in the soil to make it a super soil?
Yes, now when we get to the super soils, we go to great lengths to make that soil. We bring in a mushroom mix from Pennsylvania. So we have some special mixes, and in that we have everything from peat moss to composted chicken litter and cottonseed and pine bark is composted. So it's a variety of different organic materials. So our super soil is 100% organic, and it already possesses a charge in it. In other words, a fertilizer charge. So you'll find it to be amazing. So I used to kid folks, I say, make sure you cover that up on the way home, because if a bird drops a seed in it, whatever they drop, it's going to be sticking up by the time you get to the house. So, but it's a great product, and folks bring us all the time pictures of their vegetables, tomatoes that are double the size they normally are when they're grown in it. So you can even take the super soil, because it's such a great product, and add it even to clay. Let's say you've got a problem, we've got a lot of dense clay. You can take a 50-50 blend of super soil and put it in your own soil and amend it, and you'll be amazed at the difference it makes.
So Craig, this is kind of really where everything started. It's in the name, Miller Sand and Landscape Supply. So you've got tons of sand, just lots of sand. Tell me about the sand, and then we're going to talk about how sand turned into everything else that we've seen today.
Sure, exactly, yeah. Sand, the name does imply sand, Miller Sand and Landscape Supply. Originally, we started over here at this particular location as a rail unloading facility for construction grade materials, strictly wholesale, And prior to that, I did mining. I also mined on the rivers, Coosa River, and different alluvial deposits. So not only we dredged with dredges, but also what we call dry feed, where we actually fed a plant. We dug the material out of a bank and processed it through a sand operation, a classification unit. So, but here we're standing in front of a pile. It's a large pile of masonry sand, which is used for multiple things. Of course, the name implies masonry, which is for block, for brick, and those types of things. But we make different grades. We have different types. We have this masonry sand in a brown, and also we have it in a white color as well. And of course, there's other types of sand. We have the construction grade concrete sands, which are suitable to make cement with. And of course, we also carry the aggregates for those as well. So we have all types of sand. And we started here initially just doing sand. And one thing led to another. I had a customer come in one day and he said, it sure would be nice if you had some bark here. He said, I know where you can get a pile of old wood waste and put on your yard, and folks would like it for landscaping. And that customer kind of got me thinking, and that's kind of how we began to start evolving into the landscape side. So we had to add that back into the name, Miller Sand and Landscape Supply. So that's kind of how we gradually edged into it. Then we got into the soil blending operation from there. So it was quite a journey. It took several years, because we've been here since 1987 at this current location.
Talk about the kind of sand that you would use. I know you've got golf course sand, but the kind of sand I've seen online, it's becoming very popular as a do-it-yourself type thing to cover your lawn with sand and use one of those big sand rakes and rake it out to take care of the little hills and crevices, the valleys, and the unevenness of your yard. What kind of sand is used for that? to just help with that kind of landscaping.
Right, yeah, exactly. That particular sand is called a top dressing sand. That's what we call it when you take and go over a lawn and you add some additional sand. It does multiple things. In the golf course industry, it was for divots. You know what divots are. When I played golf, I made quite a few. I would hit the ground before I hit the ball a lot of times. So we would fill in those divots, and they have a divot sand, which is a special gradation of materials that lets the moisture go down through there. It also makes a good root zone coming up for the grass as well. And it helps hold moisture. It does a lot of great things and that's why they call it top dressing. Kind of like topping it off, leveling up the yard with it, and it's a great product. You would use this sand as well, can be used, which is a masonry sand, but you can use that as well. You don't have to buy the more expensive top dress sand, but if you want to do it first class, we have that too. We've got the top dress sand here that's approved by the golf course, so for use in the golf course.
You heard us mention earlier super sacks, where you can get your soil, your sand, or your ground cover, whatever you're buying. If you don't want a whole truckload, you can get them in a super sack, and these are the super sacks. It's 1 cubic yard of product, and you guys will load it up with whatever they need. You use your loader, pick it up, put it in the back of the pickup truck, and you take it home and use it.
Exactly. Whether you're in a pickup or you bring your trailer, we can put the material in here. And what's nice about these sacks, we don't have to fill it all the way up, because we can do it by weight and weigh you in, weigh you out. So you say, well, I only want a half a yard. We can fill this with a half a yard. Now, what would be the advantages for this? There are many advantages, but one that comes to mind right away is waste. You're not going to have the waste. If somebody dumps a pile of sand in a yard, you got cats, you got dogs, you got kids that love to play in the sand, and it gets scattered, and then of course the weather scatters it, whether it's rain or it washes away, or the wind itself will begin to blow this sand and waste it. But in this bag, you can seal it right back up, and you have no waste, because you only get out what you need. It has a foldable top, it's a duffel top, and you can seal it back up. So when you're doing a project, let's say you've got,
it's got a built-in tie string to just tie it right up.
Exactly.
Keep the weather out of it, keep it clean.
Exactly. And when you're getting the soils, we can put anything in here from river gravel to field line gravel, or for example, if you're putting in a patio and you want some coarse aggregate like a crusher run that's got a lot of fines in it, you can get it in one of these sacks as well, and you don't have it scattered all over your yard while you're working on a project, because you're coming in, you've got let's say an hour a night or 2 hours is all you've got to work on your project, but you seal it right back up, and nothing's getting wasted.
Right.
And it keeps everything neater too. So
well, the neat part of it, I think about, keeping the back of my fairly new pickup truck.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of sand and stuff all over the back of the pickup truck, and this keeps it contained and keeps your truck clean.
Exactly. So there's a lot of advantages to that. And if you say, well, I don't want a bag this big, we have smaller bags as well. So we can put it in what we call a little 60-pound bag for you as well. So any way you want it, again, whether it's a little or a lot.
That's right.